We want to talk about you, girl.
Yes. What you want to know?
Who is CEIONE? I like saying it like that now.
I like that.
CEIONE.
I like how you say it like that. Say it like that one more time.
CEIONE.
Yes.
I just feel like you're gonna give us a hotline number right after. Like you can.
Right.
No, for real.
CEIONE.
Well, about me, I am originally from San Francisco, California, so I'm from the Bay Area. Shout out to the Bay. Hey.
40 minutes outside of
Sack.
Exactly. Y'all know. At least you know. You know
My
what I'm
sister
saying?
lives out there.
Yes. Sac is a vibe too. I mean, it's not the Bay, but it's
Right.
a vibe. I don't want to be offending nobody because everybody get offended when you say you ain't from somewhere or somewhere is not part of something.
Right. How dare your mom's water not break there?
Yeah,
Right.
you know. So, but yeah, I'm from the Bay Area. I've been doing music for almost about 15 years now. I started doing music really because I went to audio engineering school. I went to SAE. And I was into like making beats, and I wanted to be in the background because like all my homies rapped. And so they used to come to my house, and I had the studio set up and everything. So I was going to be, like, the manager.
Like Dr. Dre.
Yeah, I was going to be the CEO because I started my own little label at first called Dope versus Fresh. At first, it was called Dope versus Fresh. And it was a bunch of us from the neighborhood, a whole bunch of boys. And they used to come over and just rap, and we just had this little thing together. So I started my label. And then one time, I guess, one of my artists, he was like, you should sing on something. And I'm like, all right, I guess. So I sung a hook on a beat that I made. And he was like, you need to start singing and doing music. He like, why are you just sitting here doing stuff with us? So I just started doing stuff with him. And so we had our own little group called Rhythm Gang. Shout out to my boy Grapes.
Shout out grapes.
Yeah. The
cherries
dopest.
and strawberries.
That
all
part.
y'all.
That part. So we started doing this little collaboration group called Rhythm Gang, and he was the rapper, I was a singer, but he had a little harmony with him too. So we used to do some stuff like that. And then I guess from there, I kind of branched off and just started doing my own thing out of nowhere. Like I can't really tell you like what really got me to doing music by myself. I think it was the motivation from them to make me want to do it because they kind of pushed me to be like, what the fuck are you doing? You need to sing. Your voice sounds good.
Right.
You know.
So was music a big part of your childhood, like early ages?
Funny thing is, it was and it wasn't. Like I was the typical stud, played basketball. I played basketball all my life, you know what I'm saying? But as a kid, like my mom used to play a lot of R&B music, and I used to just be sitting in the car in the back of the seat just vibing. And I think that's where I kind of got my music inspiration and music zhuzh from was the backseat car rides, because it was just like I would listen to Joe, Tony. You know what I'm saying? She be playing John B, all types of stuff.
All the good shit.
All the good shit.
Yeah.
And so even when I was younger, I had my little moments where I'd be in my room and I'd be singing to myself or singing to one of the songs, you know, Napster. I'm old.
Okay,
Napster, LimeWire.
We were there, LimeWire.
So, like, around the Napster and LimeWire days, I would download music and just be in my room quiet, just singing to myself and just pretending like I was a singer or something like that. I was really good with, like, background vocals because I was in choir. And so I was in, like, advanced choir, and I was in, like, all that in high school and junior high. I was in a gospel group, which is hella funny, called Sanctified Phase 2. It was a little gospel group. It was a gospel group in 8th grade.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
That's why I love Mary. We used to sing all that. Mary, Yolanda Adams, Kirk Franklin, Fred Hammond, all that. We used to sing all that.
Oh, sang yesterday. Just give me a little piece of it.
See, I don't know yesterday, though. I
Not
know.
Mary?
I know, no.
God.
See, I
Give
stopped.
me the old generation of Mary, not that new stuff.
I know, like, Take the Shackles Off My Feet and stuff like
Give me
that. Like
something.
that album. Oh, what's
Take
my
the
favorite
shackles
song?
off my feet so I can pray.
Oh,
I just wanna, I don't know
Hit
the
that.
words. I just wanna,
You sound almost like you care about church.
Take
Look
the
at
good
this.
chance,
Yes.
I can lift my hands. Remember that?
Yes.
Yes.
Sing it, girl.
It's so funny because it was a Mary song one time. Just a story before I keep going, right? I was at this party. Remember when It's the God in Me when that came out?
Yes.
I'm at this party, right? And mind you, this is not like a Christian party. None of that. Like, none of that, right?
Right.
So this is a house party. We smoking, drinking.
One of them worldly parties.
It's one of them parties. So somebody turned on. This is the first time any of us ever heard the God in Me, right? So somebody turned it on. So everybody like bouncing, shaking
Right.
ass, and doing all this until you hear, but what you don't know is when they hit the flow, and then all of a sudden people stop like, is it God in me? Oh no, y'all gotta turn it off.
Right.
You gotta turn it off.
Okay, so I have a similar story. I was actually in the club. Now, I don't know how long you've been in Atlanta, but there was a club that was open for about 6 months called the Atlanta Peach. It had got real popular, and then I guess some shady shit went down. They shut it down. Well, we went there one night. This was back when Nicki Minaj had first hit the scene. She was just getting really big.
Right.
She was there. Fantasia was there. And so was Kiki with all the babies.
Wyatt.
Wyatt, her.
I am never playing charades with you. Never.
Kiki. Kiki Baby Bump. So we in the club. I'm talking about strippers, everything. Okay. It's a club. Kiki gets on the stage and starts singing His Eye is on the Sparrow.
Lord, not in the strip club.
You know why that makes me happy? Because that's such a Kiki thing to do. Kiki gonna bring you God regardless of where you at, child.
And the girls were eating it up. They were living for it. And I was like, I said, Kiki, what?
Listen, the way Kiki Wyatt sing, I don't care what she's singing where. I'm here
like,
for
girl,
it.
you
No,
know
for
it's
real.
two dudes in the back getting hair right now, right?
Listen, His Eye is on something too. Listen, I don't care
No,
where
for
we
real.
at. Kiki gonna give you gospel now. It don't matter.
Yes.
It doesn't. You just can't take it away from her.
Nah, you can't.
So do you do gospel songs anymore?
The funny thing is, I was talking to my producer, and I said, it's easy for me to write a gospel song, which is so funny. Like, it's easy. So I probably would.
It's the God in you.
Yeah, it's Jesus is my homeboy. So we make stuff happen. So I probably would. No
Okay.
lie, I probably would.
I just heard what it's gonna be in my head. Oh my God.
You just coming up with all these ideas. It's
She
amazing.
gonna be on. I'm telling you, she gonna be in the studio. I'm never lonely, 'cause Jesus my home.
Okay.
When I tell you, the club gonna be up. You heard it here first. It's on tape. It's on tape. You heard that. She gonna be out here. Look what she doing, Joe. Look.
Praise him.
Do it again,
Praise
'cause he
him.
didn't
Yes.
I'm telling you, she gonna keep the beat and everything.
I love that.
Hey, I got to write that down.
Oh, you
She
just
finna-
watched the interview
listen,
back.
no,
It's
for
here for
real.
you.
Listen, we
Hey.
finna listen. This is no hoe. We finna save kids from suicide and everything.
No,
This
for
gonna be the
real.
year. We finna get parents to talk to their kids again. We finna get parents not to kick their children out for thinking differently.
No, for real.
Like, we can normalize a lot of stuff through song.
Yeah.
We really can.
Because Jesus is my homie.
Yeah, and
Period.
music is love.
Yeah.
So how do you describe the music that you typically create?
I call it a vibe.
Okay.
I call it because it's so funny because I just put this thing up called Vibers.
Okay.
So I call it a vibe because a lot of my music is very, very chill, smoke and ride. Very,
like that.
very, you know what I'm saying? You get in the car, you hot box, whatever, pop you a couple things or something and just ride off. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're into, you can do it too. You know what I'm saying? And it's also, you know what I'm saying? I want to make my music classics. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of weird shit out here right now. So
That's true.
I'm trying to keep it as classic as possible and memorable as possible, and it's becoming to the point where like music is becoming almost like chemistry and science. Like, human beings' attention spans are a certain amount of time, so you base that off of how long you want maybe your album to be or your EP to be, because people's memory or short-term span is not that long.
Right.
So like I love Chris Brown or whatever, but I have short term like that too, and I can't listen to a whole 30-something song album.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and especially you want to keep it simple and sweet because it'll keep people replaying it. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing. They'll replay the whole thing over and over again and keep them involved until you get to the next one, and they'll start playing that and still go back to that and then
Right.
start making playlists where both of them is in the same thing type of thing, because I know that's what I do. So like, I'm just trying to make classics, and you know what I'm saying? I just want to make music that people like. You know what I'm saying? It's about me, but it really ain't about me. I just want people to like what I'm presenting to them and feeling it just as much as I like it.
Right. Well, I've often heard that, in order to be a good artist, you have to, when it comes to music or any type of art, that you have to make it for the people and not for selfish,
Yeah.
reasons for yourself.
Yeah, no, you definitely do because everybody ain't as in tune to you as you think you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's stuff on the outside that people notice that you may not notice, or, you know what I'm saying? Or it might be something that something off about you, and everybody just ain't feel on the same vibe as you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So sometimes you have to make stuff commercial, is what I say, to be able to give out to people so that people can, you know what I'm saying, get involved with what you got going on.
Okay.
But is that an internal struggle sometimes?
It can be, but I started to try to get out of that, of thinking this is the type of music that I need to do right now because everybody else is doing this type of music. You know what I'm saying? But it can be an internal struggle, but you know what I'm saying?
Thank you for not being one of those
What?
artists that's doing something because everybody else is doing.
No.
Do you ever notice the trend? Excuse me, the Wendy Williams thing going on here.
You better not fall over.
No, for real.
You better not fall over.
Do you ever notice like the trends in music? So like, I'll use this year for example. Drake came out with his little dance techno album. Then Beyonce came out with her little dance techno thing, and it seems like Saucy Santana's kind of going that direction. And you're hearing more and more of the same sound.
Megan too.
Yeah, yeah.
I noticed that.
Thank you for not being one of those people.
Yeah, no, because that's not my lane. I'm not gonna go into a lane that's not mine.
It's not Megan's lane either.
It's
But she
not.
sure did goddamn skirt over there.
Yes, yes,
I
it's
don't
not.
think she went on over there on her own. I'm quite sure that there was a label meeting and they was like,
I'm sure.
"Hey, Megan, have a bagel." But while you're here,
Yes,
you know what I'm
But
saying?
where's the integrity as an artist for your
Yeah.
fans? Like, you
Listen,
know that's not what
people
you
gotta,
do.
but people gotta do what's in their contract. We don't know what those four walls say. And that also comes down to working your deal. You know what I'm saying? So it's like some people have creative control. They do what they want for this album, that album, and the next album. Some people have to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just really depends on who's, I don't want to say pulling the strings, but who's working the deal.
Yeah.
Like, who's in charge of it or whatever.
Yeah, because most labels, they are in charge of everything you do.
Right.
They want you to do this. This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna do this type of song because this is what's popular right now. This is what you're gonna do.
Right.
Like, being independent, we do whatever we want to do.
And that's why we love the indie artists, because y'all don't have to do that. And the music, I've been saying this for years, the music that I
That's
hear
a good one.
Right. It sounded like it came from his kneecap, didn't it?
came from
It feel like it
Red
wormed
Bull.
out.
Most of the music I hear from the indie artists, is actually better than the mainstream stuff. And it's just figuring out a way of how to get artists like yourself, like the Hemis and the Burgo Huskies and the Rico Cassadines, trying to get y'all to that level, but also to be able to keep independent, like Chance the Rapper, along that, because it's possible.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a grind, though. Like,
Right.
it's a serious grind. Like, if you're really independent and trying to get established like that, it is a grind, because you and your team are financially responsible and responsible for everything, from promo to marketing to performances to videos to styling to treatments to
Concepts,
everything.
all that, yeah.
All that is all you. But the good thing about it is you do what the fuck you want to do.
Exactly.
With your money. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? As long as you got like a dope backing that got some money, and they like, by all means, do what you
Right.
need to do. I believe in you. It's great. Or if you already got it and you putting it into it, then yeah. But these major labels are oversaturating a lot of stuff, because like right now, that's why it's hard for a lot of us who do have better music, because it's oversaturated with bullshit.
Right.
So it's kind of like weeding through all the bullshit is kind of hard when it's a lot of bullshit that you got to weed through. And so it's like trying to find a crystal or a diamond in a rough, literally. Like, you really got to break through all these layers of bullshit to really find that true artist like that. And most of the time, they end up rising out of the damn concrete on their own.
Right.
But that's what happens when you were forced to win. You know, like I see in the music industry a lot of manipulation. Like you'll see someone play their earlier stuff before they actually got on or whatever got them noticed, right? And it'll be a complete difference between that and like 2 albums later. You don't even recognize the person anymore. And then you sitting there thinking to yourself, this motherfucker was a country singer. You know what I'm saying? Like, now she's singing Flogging Molly. Like, this isn't you, Beth.
Right.
This isn't you. You know, and it's just like the industry comes with so much manipulation too. Like, because you feel like you owe them something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, on the one hand, this isn't who I am as an artist, but on the other hand, they helped my mom pay for chemo, and they helped me pay off my house, and then they got me in the studio when no one else loved me. Like, it's a very toxic relationship some of the time. Like, you gonna leave us? No one's gonna love you.
Right.
Like we loved you over here.
For real.
At Strangle the Bitch Records. Ain't nobody gonna love you. Know what I'm saying? It's very like, who you gonna leave? Where you gonna, you know? And it's a very vulnerable situation to put yourself in, and that's why people rebel so much and want to be independent, because they don't want to give themselves over to the machine. But it is a trade-off. The people that give themselves over to the machine have resources that everybody else doesn't necessarily have. So it really comes down to, what would you sell yourself for? Not necessarily your soul, because, you know, maybe it's not on that type of stuff, but your compromise is your compromise.
Exactly. You have to compromise something. I agree with that. We're gonna get into your first song that we're gonna play here. Ecstasy.
Okay.
But before we get into that, listen, I have been up since 7 o'clock this morning.
Me too. I've been at work since 7.
Didn't go to sleep until after 3 last night because I had a long day at work. It was ridiculously long.
He's delirious.
So yeah, that's where I'm at. But
It's all right.
before we get into Ecstasy, I want to ask you now, what do you think, in your opinion, would help bring more attention to the indie artists outside of people just, you know, sharing your stuff? Because, you know, we say share all the time. It very rarely happens. In your opinion, what do you think needs to happen?
More platforms for indie artists. I think more platforms, more actual beneficial showcases, like the one we had for Closet Fest, and others, because they throw a lot of showcases that be bullshit, and you performing just for what?
Right.
You know, no critique, no feedback, no nothing. I think that would be. I think maybe more independent A&R labels coming out and being involved in these showcases more too. And then also, because I've been with a business-minded friend, money. You gotta have the dough to be able to get seen, right? Especially right now. Especially right now. Money, you need it. And as much, it is 2022. There is no such thing as a struggling artist anymore. And if you want to struggle when being an artist, that's on you. But we're in 2022. You should not be struggling. There's plenty of jobs for you to be able to financially get your dreams going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Side hustles.
Something.
Some that don't even require a W-2.
Uber, Lyft, Postmates.
You know what I'm saying? We're not on street corners singing and shit no more. You feel me? Like, it's so many ways to be able to get seen, but you got to have the money for it.
You also have to have the drive.
Right.
Like, this is not for, I just want to point that out. Everybody can have a dream, but not everybody is going to pursue their dream. So we have to be cognizant. If you are good at something, but you're not willing to put in the work, you're just going to be a good motherfucker that's not going to go anywhere.
Exactly.
Because the opportunities don't walk up to you like that. You have to put yourself out there. If you're antisocial, but you're really good at music, it's going to be sad, because you're going to be an antisocial person who's good at music, and only you will know, because you won't leave the room for anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta be a fool sometimes. And I don't mean like, you know, completely disgrace yourself, but you gotta be willing to take the risk.
Yeah, jump out on faith.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta go to the coffee shop and do the open mic. You gotta go out there and be at a talent show. You know, like, you gotta take the chance, because you don't know what somebody's cup of tea is.
Right.
Like, it is different now, because you can get seen on social media. Like, back in the day, like, social media wasn't too hot, where you had to go to these showcases and do performances for 2 and 3 people and stuff like that, and you build up your momentum. Now you can go on social media and get viral and get signed. So it's like, you really just gotta stand out also. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I really love that one of your answers was the platforms, because that was one of the reasons why we started this platform. And I'm glad you said that. We do need more platforms for indie artists.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
More safe spaces too.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially, and I feel like, and this is not the way we planned it, but this show in particular has become a safe space, not just for indie artists, but those particularly in the LGBTQ community. I would say 90% of artists that have come on our show over the past couple of years have been in the community in some way. Lesbian, gay, bi, you know what I'm saying? Or trans, we've had a few trans artists on here. So yeah, I love that. We've had, some straight guys, some straight girls.
That? The girls, I know they was chill, but how comfortable do you?
To be honest with you, the guys are, and big ups to the guys. Alwyn, they are really
the secure.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm gonna say.
That
the
have
secure
come
males
up.
are coming around. They're becoming more, I guess, accepting. I guess you could say. And realizing that, okay, just because he's gay don't mean that he want me. You know what I'm saying? And even if he does, I'm mature enough to say, thank you, but no thanks. And we're going to keep it, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of guys are coming around to be like that. But also because, they see these girls sitting here and they're just like, well, shit, we don't care about this nigga. Right.
Yeah. Their names are Tia and Tamara.
Right.
Because one's bigger than the other and has a mole. But my thing is, I feel like the men that come on here, I take into consideration that we all grew up in a different time, right?
Yeah.
So some of the things that we destigmatized were not destigmatized when we were realizing who we were.
Right.
A lot of this stuff that we talk about now, or the things that we see in the community, it wasn't a thing because when we were at home, everybody was going to hell. Like everything you did, like everything aside from a low credit score could not be forgiven. It just didn't matter what it was.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think some of that is trying to hold on to the manhood that people gave you. This toxic masculinity is what you were raised on. Men couldn't cry. They couldn't be in their feelings about anything. They couldn't express themselves if it looked like they was going towards being emotional, you know what I'm saying? And then men started doing stupid stuff and saying stupid stuff like men aren't emotional. Okay.
Right.
Okay, Lamar. So, but now, like, when you see people come on our show, I love seeing the enlightenment and the openness and the willing to talk about things. And I think a lot of it comes down to misunderstanding.
Yeah.
A lot of misunderstandings, a lot of miseducation, a lot of fuckery, a lot of religious fuckery, to be exact.
And being unwilling to learn.
That's true. Like my geometry teacher used to always say, ignorance is curable, stupidity is terminal, and she was right. So, but it seems like such a simple term and a simple phrase, but it is so true. You can cure ignorance with information, but if you want to be stupid, there is zero cure. You are patient zero for life because you are choosing not to know better.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Period. Ask Judge Judy.
No, you will not do my Ruth Bader Ginsburg Jr. that way. We love Judge Judith Scheinlin. You will never. You listen. Let me tell you what I love about Judge Judy. How she be protecting people. These women will come on there after a man has gaslit them, used them, or whatever, and she's like, "If you think you're gonna get out of here without paying her, you're crazy."
See, that's what I'm saying.
This is ridiculous. like my grandson would say, ridiculous. Bird, are you hearing this? He took her car, wrecked it, and now he wants her to pay for it because he was never on the title.
But see, after the way she did, Bird, I just like.
She didn't. Okay, let's separate.
She did.
She didn't do Bird that way.
He came out and said that
she didn't do Bird that way. He was with his wife doing chemo treatments, and they thought that he wasn't going to be available. And now
they never asked.
Well, whoever Bird is in trouble.
Listen, no,
Petrie Hawkins Bird, the bailiff that was on Judge Judy, the dude, the black dude. He was with her since like 95 or 96 or whatever. And this is my thing about that.
Okay, wait. No.
Because you was about to go in.
Let's talk about this.
Don't send me on tangents and then this is what I don't like. Don't put me on a tangent and then tell me to reel it back in.
Certain things you can't mention around
Trigger
her.
words. Trigger.
He triggered me.
Judy,
and now that I got the gun, bang bang. He wants to say
and the trash Dashians. She loves
shut your mouth.
But we're not going down that rabbit hole. The rabbit hole we're going down now is
go to hell.
Ecstasy. I want to know about this song, Ecstasy. What inspired? I think I can guess. What inspired this song, Ecstasy?
Funny thing is, The funny thing is I don't get it's inspired all like that, like by like sex. Like I'm gonna write a sex song or I'm gonna write a weed song. Like whatever comes. You feel me? So my producer, shout out to Mob Guy. My producer was making this beat on Instagram. And so I was watching it while he making it live. I said, oh, I didn't already wrote the hook to it. I was writing the hook while he was making the beat on Instagram.
Wow.
Oh my God, I'm like that too.
Yeah.
I hear something and have a whole thing put together. Like what just happened happens to me. It don't matter where I'm at.
Yeah.
A song could come.
Literally, like he was making the beat on Instagram Live, and I typed it, and I was like, I said, hey, I wrote the hook to this already. He said, this was yours anyway. I said, oh, bet.
Okay.
He was
Look
just
at God.
He was
Look
just
at
making it on
God.
live just to be making it, you know,
Right.
seeing what he was doing. I was like, all right, bet. So I went to the studio, and I dropped the hook, and then I wrote the verse that same session, and then I came back and did the bridge, and then we listened to it, and I was like, this shit is dope.
Right.
I was like, this is dope, because sometimes I write stuff and then I'll go back and listen to it and I'll be like, damn, bitch, did you write that? Like, how you put that shit? Because I don't sit here and try to think about rhyming like, girl, you know, I buy something. Like I have to create my own little waves and pockets and stuff like that to be able to, you know, sound unique. So that happens all the time, and I just was like, this shit is dope. So yeah, this is the next single, because I know we'll play another song after this, but this is the next single after the song we'll play next.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, I love it. Introduce the song.
Okay, well.
So wait, technically this is an exclusive.
Yeah.
I wish I had known that we would play this one live.
Yes, this ain't even out yet. It'll be out because I have an album that I am in the works of dropping sometime, probably the end of this year.
Okay, we're gonna get into all that.
Mm-hmm. So it's gonna be on that, but the single will be out also. So
A quick question.
Exclusive.
Dropping it around Black Friday end of the year or dropping it around just before kids open their gifts with their ungrateful asses end of the year?
We still talking about that.
Okay, well, because it does matter.
Yes.
Because Deja's going to be out there with the AirPods, and I just need to know what kind of vibe it's going to be going through the aisle shopping. Well, are we Black Friday and then choosing violence? Are we Black Friday? You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
for real.
what's the vibe? What's coming? What's going to happen? She can trample 3 people for some new AirPods, or... You know what I'm saying?
It'll be more so of you walking down the aisle, vibed out, minding your own business. You tuned out.
I love that
Okay.
the most.
Okay, so she gonna be like mellow shopping.
Somebody might be like, somebody might be like, excuse me. They're gonna be like,
Watch
excuse me.
And guess what? People are so ignorant now that they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, she's deaf. I'm so sorry. And then just keep on going. Listen. When people don't know, they just come up with their own answers. For
But what I like is how your cart was bouncing. Whether
Right.
you was
Yes.
going fast or slow. She was still, yes, I like that.
but yeah.
Exclusive, y'all. We love it. We love exclusive. Didn't know we were getting one. And so now we're even more excited.
Excuses are like children. You never saw them coming.
Yes.
Exactly.
CEIONE.
Yeah.
Introduce the song Zorling.
Well, this is my single that's not out yet, but it will be soon, called Ecstasy, produced by Mob God. Shout out to Solo Mafia, my gang.
And that's not rehearsed, I swear to God.
Mob God, Mob God, Mob God, Mob God, Mob God. So baby, won't you come with me? I'll take you to ecstasy. I'll give you just what you need. Your body swaying soft with me. So baby, won't you come with me? I'll take you to ecstasy. I'll give you just what you need. Your body swaying soft with me. Last night was so crazy. I was baptized. Drowned in your love and it's amazing. You got me captivated. the freak in me. I'm nasty as I wanna be. Now check it out, I wanna be so toxic, but I like what I see. I'm feeling for you, pleasing me. I need it, Lord, help me, please. So baby, won't you come with me? I'll take you to ecstasy. I'll give you just what you need. Your body swaying soft with me. So baby, won't you come with me? I'll take you to ecstasy. I'll give you just what you need. Your body swaying soft with me. I ain't thinking about nothing else. I want you to myself. Sex tonight. I promise that it'll be alright. So can you give me some of that loving? What you got, just push my button. Cause it's feeling so real. And let me tell you how so I baby, feel. Won't you come with me? I'll take you to ecstasy. I'll give you just what you need. Your body swaying soft with me. So baby, won't you come with me? I'll take you to ecstasy. I'll give you just what you need. Your body swaying soft with me.
Yes.
So baby, won't you come with me? So I can smoke all your trees. I wanna get high, baby. Come and get high with me. Yes.
Sponsored by Raw Cones. Yes, that's RAW Cones.
Oh my God, that's gonna be the bibbity bob.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like that.
It'll be the bibbity bop for the booth.
Yes, exactly.
Period. The
That
big
is
vibe.
I really like that.
Thank you.
And to think that you wrote that, you know what I'm saying, genius.
I be high. That's really
It's
what
really
it is.
it really gives me the mellow part of the 80s, like the R&B side of it. Like, you know what? I feel like you should come out with the whole like.
I need some pen and paper for all these all these suggestions and stuff. We gonna run this we run this podcast back so I can write everything down.
It's the only exercise I get. Listen, my legs are not fast, but my mind will warp speed go. Like, I'm telling you.
I like that.
You got to come out with a whole drug album, like LSD, but it could be like love, sex, and something love,
else.
sex, and dreams, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But a whole album.
Yeah. My goal is to make my music as hypnotizing as possible.
You could come out with a song called Blow, but it's really about singing.
So let's go ahead and talk about it. This album you have coming out at the end of this year.
Yes.
We don't have an exact date. Can you tell us a name? How many tracks? Is it going to be a whole album?
I know it won't be no 30.
No. No, not at all.
Based on previous comments.
Look, I got a 9 to 5. You feel me? So I still I can't be in the studio all day and night like that. Sometimes, like when I get to the grace of God, when He let me to be able to be all in there all night. You know what I'm saying? I got no 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. But right now, I ain't got time to do that many songs. You get about maybe 15 out of me, but. Right now, you gotta take your time, you know.
So are we getting 15 on
No,
this?
you're not
Okay.
No. You better than me, because y'all, I done cracked it. I heard the number in what she said. If you got a 9 to 5, you lucky to get it 5 to 9. So if she does come out with an album, you lucky to get 5 to 9 songs. But they gonna take you there though. Like, I feel like if you say what needs to be said, you don't need 30 songs.
Well, wait, because there's a
You
difference
are a
between
smart
the album and the EP. So which one we getting?
We are giving an EP.
Okay.
I am doing 9.
I
That's
love
fun.
when artists do EPs versus whole albums.
And
I feel
then,
like albums are special.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
that's why we haven't gotten a date yet, because we're still adding a couple of things, trying to really do some like little skits and little cool stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Anything you need us to be a part of, darling?
Oh, maybe. I might. You know what I'm saying?
We'll record some
Listen,
voiceovers for you.
I just need a hoodie that has a 4 in front of the X. I don't know about your algebra, but I know what fits me. So I just need.
I like to second that emotion.
Right. I need.
got you.
I like a hoodie that says "Big Vibes"
I
that are
got
never
you.
sober. Like, if you could just put all that on there,
I got you.
I'll rock it.
But yes, we have a name. It's called The Reset. Because the last project I did was Almost Over, because I was gonna stop doing music. Yeah.
No, Jordan.
Yeah. I was gonna stop doing music.
Why
so
do y'all always do this? You independent artists, like
because like you have your up and down moments. You have these moments where it's like, yeah, and then you just have these dead moments where it's just like nothing's going on or nothing's moving, nothing's happening. You too busy with actual life stuff, work, home, like stuff like that. So you have these moments where you have to stop and deal with real life stuff first.
That's facts.
And then come back to it. But it got to a point where I was just like, I don't think I want to do this no more. I was in some type of depressed mode at the time too. And then my producer was like, I be feeling the same way coming to the studio. That same day is when we started knocking shit down.
Right.
I was like, I needed this. Like, I needed this. And especially because my producer, we vibe really well. Like, we mesh. That is the Timberland to my Missy. Like, he's Tim and I am Missy.
Nice.
So it's like, we vibe really well. So he helped me out of that depression, which was almost over. And that's how I got that. So now that that's done, now we're pushing the reset button and starting over. And we're going to do it right. So that's why this is called the reset. Because I'm a new brand now. I'm a new person. I'm a different person, different artist. I sound different. My writing's different. So I've advanced a lot to the point where I can kind of leave all the old shit behind and start over as the new CEIONE Jenore. Because I used to just go by CEIONE, which is my real name, like, you know. But now I didn't add that's my middle name. CEIONE Jenore is my middle name. So now I didn't add the Jenore, and it's more so of a new beginning.
CEIONE Jenore.
Yes.
We'll have the full government by 2024, y'all.
No, for
Okay.
real. For real. Y'all 2 more names away. That's
Right.
it.
We're going to have.
That is very. What are you? Okay, you were born in the Bay Area, but where are you culturally from? Like American? Your people are American.
So my mama black, yeah. My mama's side of the family from Louisiana, Mansfield, all that. My father's side is actually on the Hispanic side.
The name.
Dominican and Cuban.
Okay.
Heard a little Puerto Rican. Get you know, we out here with no daddies right now. And I'm getting Puerto Rican, Cuban, and Dominican somehow. I guess his dad was Dominican and his mom was Puerto Rican and Cuban. So I'm getting that vibe. So that's where this stems from.
Yes. Okay. No, because your name it sounds like it has like a Hispanic twang to it.
No, my auntie made that name up.
No, really?
Yeah, no, for real. So my mom's name is Cecilia and my dad's name is Anthony. And so she kind of, however magically she is talented, she came up with CEIONE.
It's the middle of Cecilia.
Right.
Something like that. And then the ONE is like the Anthony, some part of the Anthony or something like that. And then the Jenore actually comes from, my mom made that up. And it's French for the light, but my great grandmother's name was Nora. And so that's where she got Jenore from, the Nora.
'Cause I was gonna say Jenore sounds like it has like French.
Yeah, it's
I could
French.
get that from the New Orleans side, but CEIONE sounds like it has like a Hispanic type of, you know.
No, she was just talented to make.
Yeah.
It was like CEIONE.
Get it, girl. I
But
love
I'm just
that.
saying, you know, like she's just second generation creative. You know,
Right,
they're making up names.
exactly.
She's doing songs. It all starts at home, y'all.
No, for real.
Period. So we have the EP coming out. Tell me the name again.
The
Reset.
reset.
The Reset. The Reset's coming out later on this year. 9 tracks. These 2 songs that we just played, or this song Ecstasy that we just played, and the song we're going to play, they will be on this EP.
They'll be on an EP, and Never Sober is actually out as a single, and it's on the Was Almost Over EP.
Right.
So you can find it 2 different ways.
Okay.
If you couldn't find it in the single part, it's on the whole Was Almost Over.
So are we getting any features?
Yeah, I got a couple of features from the camp. You know what I'm saying? Solo Mafia camp. Dope lyricist, dope MC. Her name is Titanic from Baton Rouge, because my label was based in Baton Rouge, but he's out here in Atlanta.
Okay.
So a lot of the artists from Baton Rouge, dope lyricists. One of the best lyricists in Baton Rouge, like dope as hell. I also have my brother. His name is Cali Hustle. He's part of the Solo Mafia gang too. He's from the Bay Area also, and he does a lot of music out here. He's out here, and he goes back home and does music out there too. Who else I got on here? Lord,
Anybody we would know? Like, no, that's been on our show before?
I can't tell you that.
Don't be like that, CEIONE.
You gotta think of the people that you've heard me say. A couple of the people you've heard me say.
I remember
was at
them.
the showcase.
I remember them too. Are we getting a C? Oh, I would just love to hear like Hemi and C. Are we?
No, I'm gonna say I'm no. But soon.
You're
soon.
lying.
No,
You're
I
lying,
swear.
you're lying.
I swear. I swear. Cause cause Hemi ain't gonna hit me up like, what you talking about? Nah.
Right.
Hopefully we'll do a song soon. You know what I'm saying? We'll get some music together. But you'll
I
see.
would like to hear that.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Me too.
There's so
And I
many
would
collabs in my
also-
head that I would love to see you on
Me
with
too.
people.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Simply
many.
Sabir.
Yes.
You have
Yes.
one with him coming?
I hope so.
Hope so.
So you
You
trying
gonna
to get
be,
it out?
you gonna be
See,
one and
yeah.
one.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and project one because this is what oh my God, the two of your vocals with this person's vocals, I'm just ready to hear it so bad.
Okay.
But you and Eli Yinsky, I would really
I love Eli.
Listen,
That's
I'm
my
really
boo.
here for.
That's my boo.
Now,
I'm here
Eli
for it.
has some fucking range.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
Eli can
It's
sing.
the range and the fluidity, and I feel like that would go
Yeah.
great with your creative vibe. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I'm so here for
Okay.
it.
Yes, I love Eli. That's boo.
So, who would you like to collaborate with the most? I mean, 3 your top indie artists or your top mainstream, 3 of each.
We'll go mainstream. Mainstream, I definitely want to work with Alex Isley. Oh my God, I love me some Alex Isley. Lord. I would love Alex Isley, Tank.
Okay.
I would love to work with Tank. And I would also love to work with Chris Brown, only because I like his style. I like his style of music. You know what I'm saying?
I
When
love Chris.
when it comes to like the real R&B, like rock you back to sleep and all that shit,
Oh, yeah.
like that shit, love it. Indie wise, I don't know if you guys heard of him, but Larry June. He's like he's indie, but he's not. I mean, he's indie, but he ain't. But he is. He's from the same area I'm from. He's from San Francisco.
Okay.
Larry June, definitely Hemi, and who else did I see out here in these streets that I said I wanted to do something? I'd have been to a couple of shows. I didn't perform at a couple of shows, and I seen some people that I'd be like, yeah, I'll do something with. Oh, I got a homie named Music Dior, actually, that I would do some music with. This nigga can sing her fucking ass off, like, and she is a stud, and that's the homie, and that nigga can sing. So I would definitely do something with her.
Music Dior.
Yes, I will send you.
Yes, please.
I will send you.
Because we're always looking for new music to listen to. You know, whether or not they want to come on the show, that's up to them. But we love listening and supporting the indie artists.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we do.
I like music more than television.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So, okay. Those are nice.
can I ask a question though?
Yes.
Is your mom super excited because of like the team you're with because of where she's from? Does that tie into it at all?
My mom.
Is there like a Louisiana camaraderie thing, like a solidarity type of vibe?
Nah.
Like, is she like, bib? You know, like I'm so like.
Nah, like a lot of my family kind of left Louisiana and transitioned into Houston and into the Bay Area. So it's really in the Bay Area base. It's just me, my mom, and my sister. Really, it's just only us 3. So nah, not really. And I get more of the Bay Area shit from her.
Oh, okay.
we Cali folk. So
Listen, when we were in high school, Hurricane Katrina happened, and there was like an influx of everybody from Texas and Louisiana and beyond. Everybody came, so there was a whole like Louisiana's the best. Like it just didn't mix well with the fact that this is Atlanta though. Like it was a struggle. You know what I'm saying? I think they get it now, but at the time, it was very where you're from is what it is.
Yeah.
Like. So I don't know. I feel like everybody feels that way. Like if I go somewhere else, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you're from Atlanta. That's cute."
Right.
What, bitch? Like,
Right.
No, yeah. No, it's funny because the funny thing is, anytime I say I'm from California, everybody assumes I'm from LA. Like, that's not the only part
the
of
only place they
California.
know.
Right. Okay.
Oh, you're from LA, huh? No, I'm from the Bay Area, Southern California, San Francisco,
that's
Oakland.
ignorant. You could have said Encino, the Valley. You could have said
Yeah.
anything.
Like,
Cobra
no.
Kai, people.
No, for real. Watch your Netflix, guys.
Okay.
Know your demographics and all that.
They just
Now-
gonna be doing Miyagi-Do while she shopping. She gonna be zen as fuck in there getting stuff.
No, she
No,
gonna be
for
turned
real.
the fuck up.
Depending on the song. I just said you either dropping it or she dropping people. You can
Nah,
make
I'm telling you, if it's Beyonce, that nigga's not paying attention to anybody and is dancing and shopping down the aisles at the same time.
You chopping what?
Dancing and shopping at the same
Shopping.
time.
Girl, you like to cook? Come on over here. We're gonna listen to Beyonce and cook together. Okay.
Oh, listen.
Child.
Listen, all I hear is you won't
Y'all
break my
gonna eat
soul
good.
while he over here breaking eggs. Like, he
Period.
just be
No,
in here
no.
whipping it and stepping it.
We
and I
gotta
be
get that on camera.
No,
Okay.
wait, no. I have to tell the story from when we was in Baton Rouge because it was so funny. This nigga was drunk, right? And you know when you was just talking about being real, basically real spicy and snappy or whatever it was. So I'm driving, this nigga drunk, and this nigga's like, "Can you put on Beyonce now, please?" And so I'm like, dang, how fucking aggressive but polite at the same time.
Right.
Can you pay Beyonce, please?
Nice
Like,
nasty. Nice nasty.
Listen.
yes,
Period.
I did. I played it for my friend, of course.
Deja's name is about to change.
Two.
Deja the Diva.
Oh. Ooh. Period. We should have had you sitting next to CEIONE.
Hey.
Okay, so I was gonna say that mainstream. I could hear you working with someone, not necessarily Life Jennings, but someone with that type of raspiness.
Lloyd?
I think that
Can we not say Lloyd, people?
Lloyd, does he really have?
Lloyd is great. When he
Lloyd's
gets to see,
good.
when Lloyd talks about his truth and his shit, his way, yes.
Okay, I can see. I'll give you Lloyd.
That truth song, I could definitely see her on the other side doing lies or some shit.
Yeah,
Like, I could see him
yeah.
talking about his truth, and she like, "You lied to me."
No, for real.
I love that. So performances, of course, our initial meeting was you doing a performance. I want to ask you, what has been your favorite venue to perform at?
Oh, for surely Bella Noche when we was in Baton Rouge.
Oh, okay.
That was fun. We was at Bella Noche. If we can't go nowhere else, where we supposed to go? Bella Noche, like that place.
Oh,
We performed there.
You upsetting me and my girlfriends?
Yes, we were
oh
there.
my God.
Yeah.
If you can't go to Bella Noche, then where can you
Yes.
go?
So I performed at Bella Noche a couple weeks ago in Baton Rouge. I had opened up for Jacquees and Vito. And so it was
You
fun.
opened for Jacquees and okay, girl.
Yeah, I went down there and did that. Baton Rouge is a nice vibe. It's dope down there. Cool people down there. And for when me and this nigga was there, we're like, nigga, we really at Bella Noche.
Right.
Like we really here. But it's so funny because you would think it's so type of ratchet. Because somebody was trying to be like, oh, you better bring your gun. It was so chill. It was a vibe in Bella Noche. Like it was so fun. It was so dope. So that was probably my favorite venue to perform at, just because we was at Bella Noche.
Did they upset you and your girlfriend?
No, they didn't.
Okay.
They didn't. They made sure we was straight.
Yes.
We was good. We was good.
So let me ask you this. If you can't go to Bella Noche, then where can you go?
My house.
All right. So what is your favorite song to perform?
Definitely Never Sober. Never
Okay.
Sober, because that's the one that I get the most reaction from. People, once you get to the second hook, people are already singing it with me. So
Period.
it's like, that's my favorite song to sing.
Oh my God. So, y'all make it so easy to segue. Tell us about Never Sober, because we're about to play that next. Well, I know you don't get inspired by certain things.
This one, I actually can say that. I was inspired by a situation that I've had once. Basically being a sneaky link. And this song is basically about being a sneaky link with somebody that really like you and they like you back. So they have them times where they hit you up and you like get a little lit, or they might be a little lit. And they like, can I come over? And I'm like, you sure? Because I ain't too sober. Like, I can't promise you what's going to happen
Right.
because we in this situation. You got to, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it basically was about. It was about being a sneaky leak, but
catching feelings,
and trying to be respectful, but you have them times where you just be like, fuck it. So that's what it's about. It's basically it's a metaphor almost, but like, really, like, are you sure? Because I'm not sober.
Right.
Or, hey, what you doing? I'm lit. Can I come over? Type of thing. So, yeah, that's what that is.
Introduce the song, CEIONE.
All right. This is my song, my single that's out right now called Never Sober, produced by Mob God Again. It's also on Was Almost Over, and it is out as a single.
Go buy that shit.
Now.
I didn't say stream. I said buy.
Now.
Mob God, Mob God, Mob God, Mob God.
But I'm never sober, but I'm never sober. But I'm never sober, but I'm never sober. But I'm never sober. So you coming over? So you coming over? So you coming over? But I'm never sober, but I'm never sober. But I'm never sober, but I'm never sober. But I'm never sober. So you coming over? So you coming over? So you coming over?
I can't even lie, I can't even lie. Look, it's in my eyes, you can tell I'm high. I don't wanna make no promises I can't keep. So if you coming over, you'll be going fast asleep. I said I'll rock you like a baby, make you go real crazy. I know we just the friends, but you my shorty, baby. But if I think I'm wrong, it's the weed I'm on. But is you coming on? Please don't take long. I can tell how you like it when you're looking at me. You keep a smile on your face cause you're into me. I be feeling myself cause I'm in too deep. Oops, I woke up in it, put me back to sleep. You wanna come over, but I'm not too sober. You'll be alright when it's over. So are you coming over? So you say you wanna come over, but I'm not too sober. You'll be alright when it's over. So are you coming over?
But I'm never sober, but I'm never sober. But I'm never sober, but I'm never sober. But I'm never sober. So you coming over? So you coming over? So you coming over?
So we up all night, ain't talking about a damn thing. Body sweating like we ran a damn race. How did you get up in my bed? You fucking with my head. This is why I don't make promises you won't be spared. Just like I told you once before, you know that C's a beast. And if you're thinking I was playing, put this on repeat. But if you think I'm wrong, it's just the weed you own. You won't be wrong for long. What you waiting on? I can tell how you like it when you're looking at me. You keep a smile on your face cause you're into me. I be feeling myself cause I'm in too deep. Oops, I woke up in it, put me back to sleep. You wanna come over, but I'm not too sober. You'll be alright when it's over. So are you coming over? So you say you wanna come over, but I'm not too sober. You'll be alright when it's over. So are you coming over?
But I'm never sober, but I'm never sober. But I'm never sober, but I'm never sober. But I'm never sober. So you coming over? So you coming over? So you coming over?
I love that. Y'all go buy that.
Yes, please.
Go buy that.
Please do.
I just have a quick announcement about this song.
What?
This song is single-handedly responsible for the graduating class of 2041. I just want to go ahead and put this out there. This song is directly responsible for child support payments being established in 2023.
Y'all be safe out there.
Oh.
Okay.
Play this song responsibly.
Right. There you go.
Play the song responsibly.
Listen, you better remix it. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah.
You don't want a baby. You better plan B me.
Okay.
The fuck? I'm telling you right now. That's the song. Let that catch on.
No, for real. For
Love
real.
that.
I'm so tired of buying school supplies for other people's kids. Please let that catch on. Because I'm tired of buying trapper keepers when you should have trapped and kept your own shit. So if you could just make that catch on.
Period, y'all.
Oh, man.
Wrap it up. Now.
Or spit it out. The fuck? Like, I mean, you don't have, you could
Big
suck it
facts.
hollow, then swallow. I mean,
Big
that's
facts.
also an option.
That's the one time when it's not rude to spit in front of somebody. Is when you need to
Period.
just get that out your mouth. You know? Yeah, do your thing.
All right, y'all. It is time for a rapid fire.
I'm excited. I hope these questions are juicy too. Yes.
I cannot confirm or deny that, but I can say that we came up with them.
Okay, cool.
CEIONE, do you know what rapid fire is?
It sounds like shots. Shots fired. Shots. A lot of shots fired.
Kind of. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask you as many questions as you can answer within 60 seconds. You're going to give us the first answer that comes to your mind.
I'm glad I didn't smoke all like that.
Some people excel.
I'd be like
Some people excel at this game. Chad Bailey. Some people not so much. Virgo.
Jalen.
Jalen. But Virgo was just really like, oh my God.
Like
It
not
was-
like caught up in the question, like philosophically thinking about the question, but you have 60 seconds.
It was the most hilarious.
Yes.
His
If it wasn't
interview-
on tape, I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah. his
as long
interview-
as it ain't nothing where I gotta do like counting and shit, I'm good.
no, you won't have to count.
It's,
Well,
it's
maybe
not,
you
it's,
will.
it's not them type of questions. But they will make you stop and think if you think about it. So
Gotcha.
try
Okay.
not to think about it.
I.
Yeah, don't think about it. Just
Aight.
give us the first thing.
And you
All
got a
right.
timer too?
I
Oh
do.
Lord.
We,
All right.
we legit out here.
Legit.
Aight.
So, you ready?
Okay.
I was born ready.
Let's go get them. Go.
If you could ask God one question, what would it be?
Why am I here?
Would you sell your soul for anything?
Hell no.
What if it was for the life of a child?
Maybe.
Do you believe in magic?
Yes.
What is your dumbest purchase?
Shoes.
What color best describes you?
Red.
Whose brain would you like to pick?
Deja's.
What do you do when you're by yourself?
Masturbate.
Favorite sex position?
Missionary.
How would you describe your perfect day?
Smoking weed all day.
What do you think about when you're alone in your car?
Music.
How would you describe the color green to a blind and deaf person?
Black.
What song best describes your work ethic?
Whack, 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 whack. Rihanna.
What is the most useless talent you have?
Oh, shit. I don't have one.
Say you are dead. What do you want your eulogy to say about you?
She was a shit and she always gonna be.
If you could get rid of one U.S. state, which one would it be and why?
Louisiana, because they racist as hell.
If you could date anybody in the
That's the
world,
only thing I think of. That was the only thing I could think of.
she got 15 out of 18 though.
Wait a minute. Let's rewind back to black.
I'm sorry. I was the first color. You said the first thing that come to my head, and that was
It's a sad day for the deaf and blind community.
Green is black.
We have run out of resources, y'all. How would you describe the color green to a blind and deaf person? And you're black.
black.
Okay, well,
I had 60 seconds.
there were a couple of answers that were not too far behind that. One of which was grass.
Right.
People
Yeah,
just screamed
people
it into the
shoot-
mic like
For real?
Yes.
grass.
They'll shoot the grass.
And then the worst part was we had two people on back to back in interviews that said the same thing.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, I'm black.
Grass. Black.
I'm sorry.
I love it. That was good. You were very professional.
15 out of 18.
Yeah. You were almost there.
Mm-hmm.
That last one about the state kind of got you. I feel like
It
if
did
you
because I had
hadn't-
to think about it, and I didn't. I've been to a lot of states, So I couldn't say like a random state because I ain't never been there.
Right.
But I've been to Louisiana a couple times, and then we had some issues out there. But
We had someone say they would get rid of Ohio because they don't like potatoes.
Right. So, we get all sorts of questions and answers
And
out
then
here.
we had to let them know that that's
Idaho.
right, that's what.
You was going to chop a whole state for no fucking reason.
Nothing.
If I had to get rid of a state, I would probably get rid of Hawaii. Now, hear me out. It costs too much to go there. Either lower the price or we taking you off the list. Like, it's
But
just
it
not
costs-
So
fair.
beautiful.
Yes, and so is Avatar, but it costs billions to make. And the problem is y'all want to charge regular people for the scenery, and
Wait.
I'm not here for it.
But wait, it costs a lot to go everywhere now.
Yeah, but milk is $6. Like, why would I go and listen? Listen, make me some water adaptable cereal or something, but don't try to make
Water
me
adaptable
listen.
But like,
listen.
wait, you gotta realize you're paying for the experience.
I get
'cause
that,
you don't
but-
get that every day.
But I understand that. But this is the thing: if Dog the Bounty Hunter could afford to be there before he got famous, y'all gonna make accommodations for me. It's just as simple as that. And on top of that, y'all streets don't make sense. What the fuck is Apucananaleo Lane?
That's true.
What the fuck is that?
You gotta use Waze,
What is that?
Yeah.
and Waze be all fucked up with
Waze
that.
will drive
What?
you. Listen, Waze will drive you straight to a volcano, and then every 30 seconds, police report to the head. Listen, I don't have time.
No, for
goddamn it!
real.
You gotta help me. What do they look like? Is it a state trooper car? Is it a regular? Like, can I get away with some? You know
No,
what
for
I'm saying?
real.
Well,
Which
I
police?
just take that as my cue to just slow down.
Yeah.
I just like, okay, let me slow down a little bit.
Yep.
All I'm saying is, it's the price for me.
Yeah. Well, listen, one day very soon we'll get there.
Yeah.
On Avatar's wallet, I'll go. On Avatar's wallet, I'll go.
So, CEIONE, now it's time to say goodbye.
Liar! Damn you!
No, we have a few more questions, but this is the end of our interview. I want to know, what's the best advice that you've ever been given?
I've been given a lot of advice. What was the best? I've been getting some jewels.
Okay.
You was
so
in phase
give
2.
us-
I think the best advice was probably don't let the devil win.
because I like to.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's the.
I like to use this question for the people watching, the audience. You know, you never know who it might help. It may be the best advice they've ever received. So I love that. I love that you had so much. Give us 3.
Advice, like give advice to somebody else.
Yeah, to the people watching. This is the audience. What's the best advice you've been given that you would give to them?
Don't let social media determine your progression. Because social media can sometimes be like, well, that person sings better than me, and it might discourage you. Or that dude has a video to me, and that might discourage you. Don't let social media discourage your progression. Also, stay consistent. You will have your times where you fall off a little bit, but as long as you got the right people around you, they'll pull you back up and be like, hey, bitch, we got shit to do.
Sounds like the angel.
we got shit to do. But just stay consistent. And like I said, build a team also. That's my 3. Build a team, because I started with no team. I started supporting other people and didn't have people supporting me. So it kind of delayed. I feel like it kind of delayed the process because I was more focused on my other artists and not really gauging into my talent. Like that people were being like, hey.
Right.
But I was just like, whatever. I can sing, but I ain't trying to get into it like that. Like, but yeah, definitely that. Definitely that.
Okay. I love that. I love all that.
You got to. You got to. It's hard out here for a pimp in this music industry. Like you really have to make yourself super unique now because everybody is doing the same type of music or they're doing the same type of bullshit. Like, or they all look the same, or you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to all the female rappers that's rapping right now, but now it's not unique as it was when Cardi first came out or when Nicki first came out. You know what I'm saying? Now all y'all are out. It is a whole bunch of y'all. Like, and some of y'all sound the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like after Megan, everybody else is kind of just, it's a lot. It's a lot right now. Like, and even with the R&B, with these independent labels signing these R&B artists that look like female rappers still, like they've all been signing the same type of female R&B artists, like Enchanted and stuff like that. Like all the same type of look. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing unique about anybody no more.
Right, yeah.
Everybody is grabbing the same type of person that somebody else got.
Right.
Or the same type of talent that's, ooh, he kind of sound like Uzi. Let me grab me a Uzi. You know what I'm saying? Or let me grab me a Megan. You know, so it's too many people doing that. So you got to make sure you make yourself unique.
Yeah.
And I think what helps me is the shock factor is when I get on stage, people think I'm about to rap.
Right. Yeah.
Psych!
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what makes me unique, and I had to hone into that. Like, I really had to hone into that because I was like, people, when I get off stage, people be like, what? I thought you know what I'm saying? So I had to, that's one of my little things right there. My
Right.
major thing is that when I go on stage, people think I'm rapping, and then I start singing, and they're like, what the fuck?
Right.
So that's stuff like that. You got to find something that's unique that will intrigue other people and
Yeah.
throw people off, really.
Because when I first saw you and you came on the stage, and I was like, okay. I said, she's about to give us some bars.
Yeah.
And then you started singing.
And
I
she
was
took
just
us
like,
to the bar.
I said, okay. I said, not what I was expecting, but good job, girl.
Yes. And I love it. Like, I love that. Like,
Right.
and there's a lot, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of stud or aggressive singers, but there's certain things that really do make you unique. Like, there's a thing between a singer and an artist. There's a difference. Like, okay, bitch, you can sing, but that's about it.
Right.
You can't do this. You can't sit in front of a mic and have a conversation like this without being nervous, or can't speak, or don't know how to speak in public. There's a lot of things about being an artist besides just being able to rap or sing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still trying to learn how to be, like, more photogenic. That's one of the things that I lack, is being photogenic. So I'm starting to learn how to do that. But you see, I can talk to y'all
You
anytime.
mean like poses?
Yeah, poses. Just even, like, I'm not a picture.
Because you're a very beautiful woman. Like,
Thank you.
I was going to call you a girl, but you're not a girl. You're a woman.
I appreciate that.
Woke.
Right. So just like working on your poses.
Working on being more comfortable, being more loose.
You need
Just
me
being,
to come be your, like,
you know what I'm
'cause I
saying?
can listen.
The thing for me with photos is
know
I
what I'm
never
saying? All that.
think of
Yeah.
myself as far as how the photo is going to come out. I just think of myself as far as what do I want people to see from me. But he'll tell you, we go to photo shoots all the time. The only person who knows what to do is the photographer and him. I have zero, listen. I even told the photographer the first time I went in there, I said, listen, I have no teeth. There is one smile you're going to get from me. You can film me a million different ways with that one smile, but that's all the fuck you getting. So if you need me to turn my chin a different way or something like that, I got you. But if you're asking me to give you the biggest smile I have, it ain't getting no bigger than.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
One of these.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, so
right.
I'm trying to get out of the these and the these and the these. I'm trying to get out of those.
The gangster shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to get more, because I'm a very feminine person, so I'm trying to get into that with my posing, because I be ready to.
Right. Fuck a nigga up.
You know what I'm saying?
What's
All
up?
you know what I'm saying? Do all that.
Right.
So I think that's one of the key things that I'm trying to work on, is just being more photogenic.
Okay.
And just having more photos in general, because I don't even take pictures of myself all like that. You may get a selfie here and there. You know what I'm saying? Even if you look on my Instagram, you get a couple selfies and stuff, but you don't never get no full body action, none of that like everybody else be having. Like,
So are you like wanting to like have like a hair, makeup, like a whole like filmed out type of like photo shoot type of thing?
I want to do an androgynous one. I really like. I ain't gonna lie. For some reason, the photo I see on the front of my my album that's gonna come out, I just see me with dreads here and just arms and hair and face just here, like naked. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to show the feminine part, but still show the aggressive part. You know what I'm saying? So like feminine but aggressive.
So makeup or no?
A little bit, yeah.
For the album cover?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Definitely gotta have that for the,
Hair just straight down?
straight down.
Okay.
So like I said, like just, showing the feminine but the aggressive in it. You know what I'm saying?
So no
And I can see
barrel rolls at all?
Nah, no barrel rolls. I don't want to look like Jacquees. I seen him in person in his barrel rolls, and it's real short.
I seen no. I seen this one girl. She had barrel rolls, but the top of it was like made into like a, I don't know what it's like a lock crown, and then the rest of it was down.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't all up, but it was just so nice because you could see like her face. And no offense to people with locks, because my son has them, but when his hair comes down and it is not retwisted, you will not know who he is. He looks like Shaggy, like the hair, and I love it. I love his little crazy daisy hair and stuff. Like I made it that way, but it's just his hair will come like this in front of his hair will come like this in front of his whole face or whatever, and then it's when he gets a retwist and it's pulled back or it's pulled up, and you realize he has a face.
Yeah,
Right.
You know,
and the funny thing is that's what I want. You know how I was talking about the shock factor of things. I kind of want my face covered but a little shown, which is like the shock factor of things, because when I get on stage, you think I'm rapping. So if you haven't seen me and you listen to my album and you look at the cover, you're gonna be like, oh, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely want the cover to be raw. I just want it to be raw me.
I'm thinking like I'm looking at it like almost like a Scarface type of situation, but with your hat on and the locks coming from underneath the hat.
Oh my God. You know what I just saw? I just had a Raven moment without the other crazy shit. So I feel like, what about a split screen? Like the aggressive side over here, the feminine side over here. Like this side styled a certain way, this side straight down, this side no makeup, this side with the, you know what I'm saying? The lip color a little bit here, nothing here. You're
I think we can do better than that, Brittany. I think
it's the.
I think
I'm not doing treatment wars with you. So let's
the
go.
album cover is like you're riding booty butt naked on a dragon
This
over a volcano that's erupting, and you're singing like your mouth is up, and you're like. And the notes are coming out, and you're just like, I'm the queen, maybe like a little nip slip over here.
No,
Yeah.
Why stop there? Let's fly to Louisiana and set some buildings on fire, and she can stand in front of those with her song list and just be opening the book and holding it like this. And then the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus, they can be standing in the background, like burn all this shit. Like that's what you prefer, right? That's where you're at. That's where you're at.
It's gonna be so much in this album cover.
I see.
People aren't gonna know what the fuck is going on.
Listen, get some help. Get some help. Get some help.
They are not.
I love it. So what can we expect from CEIONE over the next year? We know we got the EP coming. Are we getting visuals with those?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
You'll get the Never Sober video, which is going to be coming in the works. We're going to be shooting pretty soon. And then you'll get a couple of other visuals from off of the Was Almost Over. I got a song called Insecure that I got to do visual for.
Okay.
I got to do a visual for a song that's called Bag Back. And that one's going to be fun. That one's going to be really fun. It's going to be in a church. So
we got some pews.
Yeah.
I know where to find.
The funny thing is, when I went there, I said, this is probably where we'll shoot this video at. This is probably where we'll shoot Bad Back at. Because I was like, we need the pews. Because the song, it goes, I wake up and praise the Lord like hallelujah. Because I know I'm about to get this bag back. So it's about getting up and going to work and being blessed to have a job every day.
If you need us to be like church members,
yes, I do.
We come
I
in
do.
there. Okay.
Yes, I will let you know when we shoot
Please.
this. I do.
Just let me know like a day in advance. I get my wig band on for the Holy Ghost dance.
Yes.
Don't have me out there.
Yes. Yes.
Wigs shifting.
Right.
But yes, I just have some visuals coming up. We'll be at the Revolt Summit this weekend. And then,
nice.
other than that, just pushing the Never Sober and Insecure coming soon and getting these visuals out. That's about it. And doing more shows, you know what I'm saying? Be performing a lot. And I'm going to go back home to the Bay for a couple of weeks, not a couple of weeks, but a couple of days and do some stuff back there too. And then come back. So, yeah.
And maybe some collabs with some of these other indie artists.
Yes,
Hopefully.
yes. And I will be sending some artists you guys' way. So.
Yes, do that.
I got you.
We
I
love
got
them.
you.
But I just want to point out, I'm ready for the Jenoriensky track. I'm just ready for it.
Yes.
I'm ready for that.
Oh, that would be so dope to see
Yeah.
on the cover, like Jenore Linsky.
That'd be
Yensky.
lit.
Who?
Yensky.
Yes, Yinsky. I'm sorry. It's the weed this time.
You're never sober either.
Right.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you. So just give me
Okay,
1 second.
go ahead.
Okay, so we had this discussion earlier, but he tried to make it seem like I was crazy. So I'm gonna say it to you. When you hear the word sober, I don't know how you see it, but when I hear the word sober, I think not drinking. I don't think to myself, this person isn't smoking weed or anything like that. I just think not drinking.
Oh, so you meaning like not including weed or?
Yeah, because weed is a plant. I don't see weed the same way I see alcohol. Like I've seen people smoke and drive. I've seen people drink and drive. They just don't make it to where they're going. So I'm gonna say again, sober to me means just not drinking.
Yeah, no, that includes the weed too.
Thank you.
Okay, but
Thank you.
again, I don't know. I think sober means different stuff to different people. If someone tells me they're sober, I never think to myself,
Yeah,
they're
cause
not even smoking weed.
no, cause see, look, like for me, I'm not a big drinker like that. So if I say I'm sober, that means I ain't smoked.
Right.
Oh, okay, I see it.
I'm like, I'm sober as fuck. Oh,
Right.
we need to roll up. Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
you can get high.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Most people, if they were smoking, they would just say, I'm not high. But people who are sober
But
are
if
like,
you're not high, then you're sober.
but I don't know. Maybe it's just because like when we grew up and we went through that DARE program or whatever, and they
Right.
showed us that video, and you seen that one white guy, and he was like, I'm 365 days sober. And we never thought to ourselves, this motherfucker put down the weed. I thought to myself, he put down that bottle.
He might have just
He
put
was
down
done.
the
He
yeah.
was done with the booze.
He was done with everything.
I think we really associate like sober and stuff with like the hardcore
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
like, I don't
Yeah,
know,
but
meth,
it's-
not even once. Like, that's what I hear when I hear someone say
I would
sober.
say that even like people who are addicted to like painkillers and shit,
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah.
that's you're not sober.
You're not sober.
Opioids are
Right.
hard drugs.
Well, I absolutely love it. I've loved this interview.
I had fun.
One
Just
of
to
my
be clear,
faves.
nobody said they loved opioids. I think that because you
No,
said that right after.
no,
I think
no,
because
we
you
don't.
said that. I think because you said that right after that, it could be misinterpreted. The Raw BJ podcast does not support or condone the misuse of opioids.
I hope you worked out before you reached that.
I don't work out, so you take that back.
See, I know, right? CEIONE, do you have any last words for your supporters, your fans?
No, just keep tapping in, y'all. Keep tapping in with me and showing the love and support. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate y'all for inviting me here. I want to come back. If we can talk. We don't even got to talk about music. I just want to come back and talk.
Oh, you
we
coming
can have
back?
you as a
They
guest,
finna be
yeah.
cooking and everything.
Right.
We're actually, we can cook. Y'all can record. We'll all have a little din. She likes to do mukbangs.
Yes,
Oh.
I do. Yes, I do.
No, but we can.
We can cook it though. We can cook it.
I've
Y'all can
never.
then-
Yeah, we can do it. We
Yeah.
can do the
There
mukbang.
you go. Okay.
I've never done a mukbang before, and I really want to do that. I really. Want,
It's the ASMR part that people really love.
yes.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna set that up. So y'all tap in with Miss CEIONE. Tell them where to find you at, baby.
Yes, find me on Instagram. It's at CEIONE Jenore. I'm gonna spell it for y'all, CEIONE, and I'm gonna pop right up. That's literally, I don't know why. I'm
Right.
literally the first person that pops up. You can also find me on iTunes, well, Apple Music, Spotify, all digital outlets. All my music is on there under CEIONE Jenore. And yeah, I mean, I'll be out in these streets in Atlanta doing some shows and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, tap in with me.
Yes, y'all go follow CEIONE and get that music. And
Please.
y'all stay tuned in, tapped in with us too. Y'all know where to find us at the Raw BJ Podcast on all
All of them.
platforms. Y'all can find our sponsor, TNT Enterprise 18, on Instagram if you want some of these beautiful handmade home goods.
Yes.
Handcrafted home goods. I like
Yes.
that better. So you could get things like this rolling tray, shot glasses, the bottle opener, this ashtray. Have them customized with your logo, your name, your astrological sign, whatever you want to do. They can do it. They have domino sets, hangers. Just go check them out, y'all.
Hangers?
Yes.
Like for clothes?
It's lit, okay?
Wow.
Check them out. TNT Enterprise 18. Brittany,
Yeah.
it's the end. Do you have any last words?
Hashtag anywho. So
Right.
I'm gonna make a prediction for you right now because I see it. The number one hashtag is gonna be hashtag respect the reset. I just see that coming.
Yeah.
So, but for our listeners, I just want to tell y'all that home is where the heart is, and ours has always been with you. Thank you so much for listening and watching. And in the words of Maury Povich, until next time, America, and all the other countries that listen.
Good night.
Y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. We love. I love that. We love every single one of y'all, and come back next time for another Raw BJ, and we will all come together.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
That's what I want.